What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin Renegades. And today we have a special guest on our channel. We actually met him over on ICP Squad's channel. We did a collaboration video with Victor, Six Figs, and our guest today. And we're going to have him introduce himself. Thank you so much for being here, Egido. We are so excited to have you on here. And we're going to talk about his NFT collections today. We're going to look at Wagmi Dystopian collection, and then we're going to go look at IC Bucks. And these are two awesome NFT collections on the internet computer. And hopefully, he's going to lead me into buying a cool IC Bucks NFT because I'm super excited. I've been waiting to buy one. And hopefully, today is the day that I will pull the trigger. And let's get to know a little bit more about Egido and his awesome projects he has. So the floor is yours.
Okay, first off, thank you, Bitcoin, for having me in this podcast.
Of
I'm
course.
very thankful for your invitation. And of course, thanks to everyone watching it. So, my name is Egido Val. I'm the artist behind IC Bucks and Wagmi Dystopian Club. And I wanted to be more open about my projects because I think there is an opportunity for people to get behind these projects when they get more familiar with me about my thoughts about behind these collections. So it's great, and I'm looking forward to our conversation today, and it's all good.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. And before we get into looking into the collection, I just want to kind of showcase a little bit about NFTs and kind of talk to the people about why it's so important to be part of these NFT collections on the internet computer, as opposed to, say, Ethereum and Solana or anywhere else that they get their NFTs. So, what I want to say is we talked a little bit about in the ICP Squad video why you chose internet computer over other blockchains, right? And I just want to ask you, were there other prospects that you were considering building on before you actually made the final decision on the internet computer? Or was it just kind of like, yeah, I'm building on the internet computer. This is where I want. Or was there kind of a, you know, decision process to get you to come to that? I just wanted to know that.
That's a very good question. Of course, when I work, I'm always looking to the best tools to be able to represent my ideas, whatever medium I'm using. So, in the case of NFTs, I was looking into different blockchains, and I was looking into many different things. For example, the first issue I found was fees, gas fees. I mean, coming from a more traditional art background, the fees thing was kind of worrisome to me because, of course, I want to reach as many people as possible, and I didn't want the people to not being able to enjoy my work because they had to pay like $100 in fees. It
Right.
didn't make sense. So that was the first. Of course, I was looking into everything because I wanted to learn about NFTs. So I learned about the OG projects in Ethereum and all the story behind. And I began finding all these common points with ICP in the sense that when these projects launched years ago, Ethereum was much cheaper, and the fees were like very low. So people are really they need to look at that. It's not about short term in my projects; it's more a long term view.
I like
So
that.
uh, I look into Ethereum, and the problem was, of course, gas fees and storage fees. Then I look into Solana because, of course, it's a platform with many projects, and people seem to love it for NFTs. which is really the narrative that has driven the Solana price up. I mean, if you check the chart and the NFT projects, when the began Solana began taking off, when all those NFT projects began taking off. So I look into that, but at the same time, there were many problems from the technical side.
Right.
It was going offline many times, but at the same time, the there are many projects and many transactions. So uh, I was like, well, if you fail because there are many people in there, it's a bad thing, but it's also a good signal. So
Right. Yeah.
it kind of make you think about that, because sometimes you have to make a balance between public or public and the technical aspect. So Solana, it was like a real possibility that I look into. But when I found about Solana and I began searching in those communities, I found that it was only about and hyping the projects. Like, people had like a very short memory span. It was more like pure gambling, and for my projects, it's more about the art. So it
And I
it's
love it,
kind
by
of,
the way.
it's kind of crazy, because for projects in Solana, it's like today you mint out and you make like $200,000, and the very next day you are ragging, and you know what I mean. And that's not self sustainable. So
Okay.
I thought I wanted to a very important component of my projects is community, and I wanted people to feel good about their NFTs. So that's one thing that kept me away from Solana. But
I
it,
agree.
it was it was more. I mean, the possibility of Solana was more it had a higher chance than Ethereum, because the storage fees are lower and the gas fees too, and so it made more sense. And I also look it into other chains like Tethos and even Luna before it crashed, because it had a nice NFT ecosystem.
It did,
But
didn't it?
yeah, and there were many good artists in there. I mean, for me, my projects are focused on art, and ICP is very nice, but it's a medium of expression. It doesn't define my collections. So
Okay.
even if ICP disappeared today, which is not going to happen, uh, my collections will be still there, because those are more focused into art than everything. So yeah, that my thought process was like that, and I found about ICP, and I tried buying some NFTs before, just to check everything, because
Right.
before doing my project, I wanted to really test the possibilities, and I was amazed of the gas fees and the fast transactions. I was like, this is too good. I mean, there are so many possibilities for a very uh, cool project. So that was my reasoning behind that.
I love it, man. And so I just want to touch on a couple of things that you said there. The first thing I want to touch on is the fast transaction fees. So that's one of the reasons, besides the gas fees, like you were talking about with Ethereum, that
Yes,
stopped me from wanting to participate in NFTs like on Ethereum. Because I was
yes,
like, well, if I buy it and then what, I can't even get my Ethereum, my NFT right away because of the transaction, unless I want to pay more gas fees to have it come faster, right? So I think
yes,
that that was a very smart decision. And the main thing that you were talking about is the art focused point of it.
yes,
As you see on my screen in the little background, if you can see right there where I'm pointing, that is my daughter's painting right there. And my daughter is an artist, actually.
oh,
And she has won multiple contests in multiple art shows. And so
that's
for
right.
somebody like you that's paving the way, for these ecosystems for NFT artists, it kind of paves the way for people like my daughter, the creative ones that don't have an outlet to express themselves positively. And so
yeah,
that is something that I really appreciate that you're doing. You're paving the way for these younger people and the next generation to be able to come and express themselves artistically and make money doing it. And
yeah,
so I
yeah, yeah,
think, yeah, this is so important for our kids and the next
yes,
generation and for us right now, too. So I just really like that you're more focused on the art. And I think that's where we're going to bring that narrative today. I'm not going to concentrate
yes.
on the rarity of these icy bucks that I want to purchase. I want to find a cool piece that looks awesome, that has, some cool features that I like. And we're going to go in and look at those here in a minute. But I just wanted to just kind of thank you for really paving the way for these artists. So, man, I've talked to a lot of NFT collectors and they touch on the point of art, but I can tell you're an actual artist. Like when I talk to somebody who does art compared to an artist, I can
Yeah,
tell the difference. You're passionate about what you do. You put the effort in, you put the time, you did the research, and you did everything that it took to get you there. You're an
yes,
artist, man. And
yeah.
we
Thank
need
you.
more people like you on the internet computer blockchain. It is my favorite blockchain. I don't like the blackouts on Solana. I don't like the gas fees on Ethereum. And I don't like the slow transaction times. Those are the things that turn
No,
me off from it. So, internet computer fixes all of those bugs, right? So, I want to go in right now and let's share the screen. We're going to go in and look at these Intrapot on Intrapot. We're going to look at this Wagmi collection here. And I just want maybe you to maybe talk about some of these. Actually, do you want to share your screen? I will do the IC Bucks part, but do you know how to share your screen? There's a little share button down there. And if you want to get
mm,
Intrapot on your screen, then you can kind of
or
take us through the Wagmi collection.
or even better, you can share yours and I can talk about it because
Okay, that's fine too.
yeah, of course. So the theme and the theme behind Wagmi was to create. Of course, the first thing you see when you check any of those pieces is the humoristic aspect of it. I mean, it doesn't pretend to be serious. It's more about laughing at yourself and ourselves
Okay.
because we all live in this crypto reality where everyone is like trying to chase trying to chase our dreams. So the
Right.
collection. The main theme of the collection was the crypto space, but I also wanted to make critique in a funny way about many things going on in the society right now. So I made all these different elements because Bob from Entrepot already told me that Wagmi is the collection with more trades on Entrepot right now. So you can see I really put a lot of effort behind that, and there
Yeah,
are
look at
many
this
things
art.
that
Look at all of
yeah,
this. I mean, there's little nuances to each one of these. Like if you look at
yes,
this one, let's go to this one for a
yeah,
second.
yeah,
It has look at this. It says FOMO right here. You might not even notice
yeah.
that, but there's little
So
details like to the moon down here, and just like you
yeah,
took time on these, man. You didn't
yeah,
just like throw a piece
yeah.
together. You legit
Yeah.
put some effort into this, and I love it.
Yeah, let me share a little secret about that piece you just opened, and is that all these paintings you see on the front element of the NFTs are pieces that I made way back,
Oh,
training, yeah, training an AI artificial intelligence model with all my real paintings from all my work since 2008 or
oh, dude, I love it.
yeah. So I wanted to create like a surrealistic playground where there are many things going on, and I love the NFT tools because it really creates like crazy narratives. And if you check the background, is the background I'm using right now, just when I'm talking with you. You see?
Oh, it is. No
Ah,
way. No
yes, yes,
way, dude. How did we
yeah,
get there? Dude, that is so awesome.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
stuff like that. Like that.
yeah. Uh, that's what I like. I like to create things that are connected to each other. So, for
That's
example,
cool.
as you can see, every NFT from Wagmi have my stamp on it because I
Yep,
really
right down here.
yeah, I really put my effort. So I wanted people to really feel that there was an artist behind and to make them like it's real art. So
Yeah, because that's what an
there,
artist does. They sign every
yeah,
single piece of art that they have, man. I am really
exactly.
liking what you're doing here. I didn't know that you
Yeah,
took it to this level. I think people need to
yeah,
hear this. Like for real.
yes, yes, yes.
If they're gonna buy your collection, they should know
Yes.
like some of the reasons behind why you do this.
Yeah,
And
for
so far,
example,
like that's cool.
Renegade, just click on the,
Just call me Jeff.
you
You can call
see,
me Jeff or
uh,
Renegade. It's okay. What?
how? Sorry,
You can
Jeff?
call me
Or,
Jeff or Renegade. It's fine.
okay, perfect. Renegade, so just, you see the pink Wojak right there? No, down there. Yes, that one.
This one.
No, no, the pink no, yes, that one. Yeah, click on it. So the idea behind this shelter, for example, was to use real icy bags to make a kind of a print shop. So all the bags you see there are real icy bags that have already been traded. So as you can see, my collections connect with each other.
Oh, dude,
Uh,
no way.
yeah,
Because look at the thumbnail for the video that I made. Because if
yeah,
you look at, hold on, let's just go to this thumbnail
yeah,
for a second. I want to show everybody that basically my thumbnail, I didn't even know that, bro, before
yeah,
yeah, before you said that. So let's just go real quick. Sorry, this is taking
yeah,
forever. But look at this thumbnail that I
yeah,
made. I put this
yeah,
icy bucks on there that we were giving away in
yeah.
that contest.
You, you
Uh,
see,
yeah,
yeah,
and
that's
it
the
kind of
thing.
goes with the theme of what we're talking about here with the icy bucks that have
Exactly.
already been traded.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to create this sense of surprise and mystery because I think it's something which is missing from NFTs is
it is.
the excitement of
Yeah,
being able
man,
to
you're
look
making
at
me
the
excited
piece.
over here.
It's more about seeing a piece for more than 5 seconds. So
Yeah,
it's really rewarding because you are finding new things and new aspects from it, which make it much better because now people with NFTs they list and they didn't even check the pieces. So I wanted to create something which rewarded people who really put their time like real art collectors. And I think it's very cool because you will find all these little details and connections which make everything even better.
I agree. And so these are all traded ones. This is
Yes,
really cool. And if you didn't notice, he has his signature right here.
yes,
I
yes,
just love it, man. And so this W on the forehead, that's Wagme,
yeah.
right? Where did
Uh,
you come up with the logo for Wagme, the W like that?
uh,
Was that
you
just
you You know what's funny is that the Wagmi and Wojak, I wanted to use the double, the the W, the double, that sign,
yeah.
but and that character already it's shown on icy bags, but people didn't know that it was going to appear in Wagmi. So it's very
Ah,
funny because if you check and look into icy bags, there are the Rare Woya character is the one which shows there, and I wanted to portray like the all the extremes of the crypto space, but in a way which was funny and interesting. You
yeah,
see,
I
for
agree.
example, Icy Bugs is visually is more kind of serious, but it also has like this background of humor, and it makes everything more fun because I think that NFTs really need to be fun in a way. I mean,
I
for
agree.
example,
I
let
like
me
this.
explain you something. The wallet mechanic that idea came up because I wanted to create this open element in a way that made sense. So I thought, well, where do people put their bills in a wallet, right? So
Yep.
I thought, well, maybe I could create some cool wallets, and people love that idea because it adds this aspect of mystery, because people don't know what they are getting. So when they buy those wallets,
Hmm.
they are wondering what will be inside. So
Oh, so
I
when you
think,
buy the wallet, you get an icy, but it opens up to an icy bucks.
yeah, you decide if you open or you leave it closed. So when
Okay.
the yeah, so when DK and I made our launch, everyone received wallets. But like I expected, people didn't waited, so they wanted to open and see what was inside.
Right.
So that's pretty cool because there are many cool bags inside that people haven't seen yet. And I'm pretty sure some people will keep them always closed. So it adds this idea of mystery, which I think is pretty cool.
Man, so this is awesome to me because I was part of the Pineapple Punks
Yeah.
NFT, and they kind of did a little bit on the same lines, where they just kind of had a just a random what do you call it, a default thing, and then
Yes.
once the
Yeah.
project actually launched, then everybody opened them. But I like yours
Yes.
because you can have that choice to leave it
Yes.
closed or not, and that is
Of
that
course.
I've never heard of something like that. That is a new
No.
feature, and I think
Yes,
that's
and
awesome.
yeah, and you know what? Every
I almost
wallet
want
is
to buy this
different.
now.
So that made it even cooler. It isn't the same placeholder for everything. Is every wallet is different. So some people really like more the idea of having a wallet, and other love the idea of having an IC bags, and it's up to them because I
I
like
want both now.
this. Yeah, I like this idea of getting people, giving them this freedom of choosing what they want. So I think it's pretty cool. And as you can see, I use different logos for, and even the stitching on the wallets is different one from another.
Oh, the stitching.
Yeah, the stitching around the wallet is different one
Oh,
from another.
dude. That is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
filthy. You're an artist, bro, through and through.
Thank you very
Because
much.
only an artist would think about having the stitching be different on each project.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at yeah,
you see?
yeah. Because the other
Mm,
one it's orange and this one's
yes,
white. So
yes,
there's a difference right there. And then the logos are different colors. That is so sick. And then you have the Intrapot logo as well. And then the IC Bucks logo. Because the ones we were
yeah,
looking up at top, these were the
yes, and
Intrapot logo on it. And
yeah,
then
we
go ahead.
have also OG Medals logo and my own logo. So the idea was to use IC Bucks too as a platform to let people know about ICP, and that's the reason why we decided to add like Discover logo and even
Oh,
board. You see?
I love this one, dude. I'm a big OG
Yeah,
metal guy myself. I actually
yeah,
bought an OG metal because of the
yeah,
upcoming Bitcoin integration. It
yeah.
was a high rarity, like a 93%. So I
Oh,
am
that's
all
good.
in with the OG metals. Unfortunately, I
Yes.
didn't get into ICP early enough to be an actual OG. So I had to
No,
buy my way into being an OG.
but if you think about this, we are still very early because
Very true.
all the community really knows each other. So it's time now. It's the best time to get on board of all these projects because we are really early. People from the street really don't know about ICP, and I think that's an advantage for us because we can get our market share, and then it's very good for us and for ICP because we are putting good projects with real work behind. So when ICP really shines, we are going to shine with it, you know. So, for
Yes,
example,
sir.
I want to tell you about IC bags. All IC bags are composed about 12 different elements. So it isn't just about the numeric value, but it's also about the background, about the paper of the bill, the stamp on it, the legend is different, the meme is different, the series, the border. I mean, there's a lot of, because it isn't easy to create this variety within a template which makes sense and everyone gets. Because it's something that even people who doesn't understand NFTs, they see and they are like, well, that's a real bill, right?
This one's going
I
in my
mean,
wallet right now.
awesome, good
I
choice.
saw it and I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, when you know your NFT, have you ever
yeah,
just clicked on an NFT and were like, that's
yeah,
mine? That's
yeah.
mine.
No, of
That's how
course.
I
I
felt
mean,
as soon as I saw this one. I'm like, dude, that's mine. That's the one.
you know that's great because that's what we really wanted to create with IC Bags and then later with Wagmi is this sense of ownership, that you
Oh,
can see all these variations. So congratulations.
let's
That's
let's
a
make
really,
sure that this is in my wallet now,
yeah.
baby, and then we're good to go. Which it's going to be, but I just like to see it in there.
But that's the beauty of ICP. You are able to do that in real time, and you
I
are
know we're
able
on a
to,
live stream and I'm sitting here
yeah,
buying something in real time. This is so
yeah.
cool.
That will be possible with many other chains because it is about really that notion of ownership, of being able to trade whenever you want. I mean, you can, I can be at a bar and I can buy an NFT, or I can trade or put my own price on it. So that's something
We'll go
pretty
back to
cool,
that.
and it really everything is together. So it creates all these relationships between the viewers and the owners and the artists, and I think it's pretty cool for me as an artist to be able to share all this with everyone who is watching or will watch later, because there's a real connection. I mean, I wanted to create NFTs that really resonate with people, that people can look and find their favorites ones.
Yeah,
And
and
there
just
is
say
people
that
who,
one's mine. That's me
yeah,
in NFT form. That art was made for me, and that's how I
exactly,
connect with it. And I
yeah,
haven't felt that with a lot of other projects. So congrats on that,
yeah.
man. You actually
Thank you,
make me
thank you.
feel like I'm part of it, and that if
Yeah,
I don't get it, then a piece of me is out there somewhere that I could have had to, not to make me whole, but just to add to me. And I
yeah, of
really think
course,
that's where we need to look at NFTs because these are, people buy art to put in their house as maybe
of
like a
course,
conversation starter or something to talk about with
exactly.
their friends. Well, the same thing
Yes,
with my NFTs. You know how many people I've told about my NFTs? A lot. You know how many people I've told
yes,
about my art? Well, my daughter's art, of course, but my
of
regular
course,
art, nobody. Right. So
yeah.
I
But
mean, we really value these collections as I'm not really an artist per se, but I'm a collector and I love
yeah,
art myself. So
yes,
I'm on the other side of part of being an artist. I am a collector, and
yes,
what I see is a part of myself in your creation. So what you're
yes,
doing is you're projecting a part of you, and then
yeah,
we connect with that part of you in your art,
exactly,
and
yeah,
then we say, hey, I resonate with that. I agree with you in that and what you're saying in your art, and I want to be part of that. And that's why I
yeah,
just bought this icy bucks that I got over here, because
yeah,
when I looked at it, it had
yes,
the Bitcoin, it had the Ethereum integration, it had
yeah,
everything that makes me feel like I am belonging in crypto, like I'm doing the right thing with my life, like I'm in the right place. And
yes,
these kind of things are just really awesome to
yeah.
see. Maybe I can see it in here.
Let me add something related to what you said about your daughter being an artist and all that. I think it's
Yeah.
very important for artists now. to really think about, well, if you want to be an artist, like, really, and you are passionate about your art, there is nothing wrong with making a living of from it. I mean, some people tend to think that it's cool to be broke and not being able to work because that makes you more real, but that isn't true, because a real artist will tell you that whenever you get like funds or money or whatever, it's going to be put to work into more art and explore new creative projects. So I think there is a stigma with money and artists, because I mean, it's going to the extreme now where there is these people selling trash for millions of dollars, and then there is these people making really cool art who really feel like kind of ashamed of living with their from their art. And I think is very important to get rid of that. I mean, if NFTs are a way to support your art, that's the way to go, and you can keep doing like I'm doing, like real more traditional art meanwhile. But there is nothing wrong with exploring the possibilities of NFTs as a medium to express your art. And I think it's very good, because uh, it's not easy for people, for example, to be able to sell a painting and all the process with shipping to a different country or customs or this or that. So NFTs are very cool because you get rid of all of that. So I will suggest to your daughter or anyone who is watching this and really are into art. I mean, do whatever. I'm not against competition. I love competition. I would love everyone doing their NFTs, so everyone can benefit from that. The only
I
thing
agree.
I don't like, of course, are scams and rug pulls, which are very common. But of course, it happens also in contemporary art market. But here it's even more obvious. So I mean, I'm pro people doing what they feel, and if they want to, for example, in our Discord, I'm always inviting people to show their own art, because I think it's very important to make like a really interesting community, not all the time talking about price and floor price. Is more about a good place to meet new people and people who think the same or maybe not, and even have an argument. And that I think it's very important to create these spaces where people come together. And it's cool to not agree with everyone, but that's part of the beauty of NFTs, the community aspect.
I agree. And let's just go show my NFT real quick. It says owned by me over here. See that? Owned by
You
you. So
see?
I was able to get this. It hasn't taken it out of my wallet yet, but it will
Yeah,
be there very soon. So I
very
already
nice.
owned it. It says that. So we're good to go. I only paid
It,
$20 for this thing right here.
you
To
see?
me, I honestly, I would have paid $100 for this. This
No,
is
that's
a freaking awesome IC
you
bucks.
see.
I'm glad I. What's that?
No, no, you see, if you click on view NFT on chain, yeah, right there. So that's the thing about my NFTs, is that I really put an effort to make a really work of art that can be shown everywhere.
Oh, it says Wagmi on it, bro.
Yeah, you see?
Yes. I love it, man. Oh
Yeah,
my god, meme currency. This is so
yeah,
cool, man. I
yeah.
love this. I
And
am happy.
if you check the series, it says 2000
Three.
23. So uh, that's the cool part. You can even come with your own like narrative, because Wagmi in 2023. Why not? It's like that. That's the beauty. It's like there is hope. The hope
Yeah.
you can
We
lose
are
hope.
all gonna make it in
Yeah,
2023.
yeah, of
What?
course.
What?
You see, that's pretty cool.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, awesome.
Man, this has been a pleasure to have you on here. Well, our last part of the show that we're going to have is a big thank you to everybody. I was thinking about leaving the NFT to somebody in the comments, but I think we would all benefit more from a Twitter contest. So what we're going to do, we don't have to reach any kind of milestones. We'll go for
Oh,
try to get 50 likes on this video. That would be awesome if we could give him 50 likes for his awesome NFT collections. I just gave him a purchase of mine. So if you guys want to buy an IC Bucks, that would be awesome too. Or you could smash the like button on this video and help get it out to more people so more people can see the IC Bucks and the Wagmi. But what he offered to do for our amazing community is give us a Wagmi NFT. You saw the one that was on the thumbnail. Besides my ugly mug and a couple of the things on there, you will get that full NFT. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave it over in the Twitter. So it'll be about maybe 20, 30 minutes after the live stream. I will go put up that contest and basically we will give it away in 48 hours? We'll say 48
yeah,
hours.
whatever. I mean, for me, it isn't only about uh, me. It's about community, and there are many
Yes.
people who already like receive it like real prints and T-shirts and all this stuff, and those reached countries all around the world. And I love this idea of really making it together of not it's not only about me. Of course there are more people like
Man.
Uncle Daddy, like DK Lord, and you Renegade, Six Figs,
Yeah, I think
Victor.
I think that first guy that you're talking about, he actually DM'd me, and I wasn't sure who it was, so I didn't get back
Yeah,
to him. I would have loved to have him on the show too. It's just
yeah,
it
of
didn't really
course.
work out, but maybe we'll have him on the future too.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Daddy is completely based character. Is a very good friend of mine,
Okay.
and he can give you a lot of insights about mostly everything you can think about. And I think
Right.
this podcast format, I love it because sometimes when you write a tweet, you are restricted by the character. So podcasts are pretty good because you can't fake a podcast. I mean, it's yourself and me, you, and we are having a conversation, and we
Right.
didn't plan any of this. Like you didn't send me the questions or anything. So yeah, I think it's a very good way to for people to find about who really is behind the collections, and you
Yeah,
with
thank
your
you for that,
YouTube
by the way.
channel, and you with your YouTube channel and your Twitter, because people who are upfront, I mean that I think that's the people who deserve the support. People who are really like on it, like we don't hide behind any anonymity. I mean, it's
Right?
cool to be anonymous when you are Banksy or whatever, but in our case, I think for ICP to reach more people and more market share, it's very important to be able to transmit our thoughts or passions, because that's something that people really can get behind. You know,
Yeah, they
it's
resonated with it just like your collection. So that's the thing.
yeah, of
Us
course,
as human beings, we
yes,
resonate with certain parts of other people. We might not
yes,
see them and be like, I want everything that they are. But you
yes,
might
of course,
see they might say something that like, oh man, dude, I went through
yeah,
something a lot along that lines, or oh man, I think the same way. We're all gonna make it if we come together. And that is
exactly,
what makes a real community. You can
yeah,
build a fake community and have a
yeah,
bunch of people, but if
yeah,
they aren't actually connected, then it
yeah,
doesn't
that
mean anything. It will fall apart. So what your
yes,
art does and what these channels do is they bring us together and bring us into a circle where we can connect with one another, and that way we can share parts of ourselves. Like you're sharing yourself through your
yeah,
art, and that's
exactly,
the reason I know that is because that's what my daughter does. She
yes,
portrays a part of herself, even if she
yeah,
can't speak it in language. She can
yeah,
draw it on a canvas and
yes,
describe how she is feeling in that moment with art. And I
yeah,
think
that's
that's what you're
amazing,
doing, but you're bringing it onto a bigger platform where more people can see it, right? So if you have
yeah,
a museum, like whatever, the biggest museums in the world, right? Well, that's only in one place. Now, what the
exactly.
internet computer does, and the cool thing about the metaverse is you can bring that into people's homes. You can
Exactly.
now like have the Mona Lisa in your own home
Yeah.
with an
Yeah.
NFT. I'm sure
Yeah.
somebody's done it, or if they
And
haven't,
you,
they're going to.
yeah, and you can fake the ownership. I mean, if you are the owner,
Yep, it's
you can
yours.
copy or whatever, but it's funny
You won't
because
own it on chain though.
exactly the thing is that when I first began learning about NFTs, it took some time to realize that it really made a difference because of course many people have, for example, a Mona Lisa prints at their home with the highest quality that even on canvas that it's difficult to differentiate from the real one, but there is only one real Mona Lisa, you see.
Exactly.
So that's why I think NFTs are very important for the future of art because they are going to bring all these possibilities and bring the two worlds together. I don't. I mean, real art in the physical world is one thing, but I think we are going to see both worlds coming together, and in the near future galleries are going to be more mixed, like for example, I would like to see IC Bugs, for example, or Wagmi in an art gallery in a print form. But in a way, you can check those NFTs and see what's happening in real time on the blockchain. So
Wow.
you have the best of both worlds because anyone that goes into that gallery and see the art, they will see it's art. You don't need to explain to them it's art, but it's an NFT too. So it has the best of both worlds. And when I'm creating all these collections, I'm thinking about that. I'm not thinking just about let's make something which looks cool on a computer screen. I'm thinking about how the will this look in an art gallery or a museum, or because museums are going to show NFTs. This is matter of time. You see, let me share something with you. I think the CryptoPunks are going to be like the Monroes or the Warhols from our era, because let me tell you, uh, Andy Warhol was about putting out this about pop art, right?
Right?
So what pop art is things that are like consumer and in every medium, in television, uh, paintings,
Music,
music,
all of that.
whatever. So
Pop culture. Yep.
CryptoPunks represent the pop art of our era. So I really think this is something which is, of course, is on my it's my thought, and I really think we'll see CryptoPunks getting to $2 or $3 million within 10 years. I think
Bitcoin
is
flower too.
Eh? Well, it could very mail. It could be. For example, one thing I wanted to do with our pricing point and our supply was in a way that it really comes up if when, or maybe even better than if, when ICP goes up and more people come, it's going to be much better because you can tell, and maybe you can think IC bags is too much of a the supply is too big, but it isn't at all. If you check CryptoPunks, there are 10,000, you know.
Right? Yeah. No, any
So
more than 10,000, I think that's too many. But 10,000 and
yeah,
under, that's a good place.
of course. So I think people should be more should spend more time like learning about NFT story, because it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, and you're going to
And
want to get in on the projects that are going to last as well. And
yeah,
the
yeah.
ones
So
that have the real artists behind it are the ones that are
yeah,
going to last. Because the people
exactly.
just doing these projects to make a quick buck, they're going to
Yeah,
fade out really quick.
of
And the
course.
people that are actual artists are the ones that are going to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger like you,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
OG Metals and all of these guys that are pioneering the way in the space right here. I think it's
Yeah.
imperative, that you guys, show these other people how to do it, man.
Yeah,
School
I
them on,
think it's very important to be open-minded in a
of
way
course.
that, for example, I was a bit close-minded with NFTs at the beginning because I
I
couldn't
was too.
like, I mean, I was thinking like how people can pay 20,000 or even more for an image, and you go to an art gallery and you see all those great canvases selling for way less. So because of I my background, I was a bit hesitant, but when I began like learning about NFTs and the possibilities, I it really blew my mind. I was like, it really connected. It was like, well, I should have made NFTs before, but it
Right.
is what it is. We are early. I want people to really understand that we are very early, and you have
Very
to,
early.
to think about even bear markets are an opportunity, and when things aren't like doubling every day, is the best time
Right.
to build
This
your
is the
collection.
this is where the millionaires are made. All those
Of
people who are
course,
like, "Oh, I'm a millionaire in this bull run." The reason they're millionaires is because in the 2017 bear market or whatever the 2018 2019 bear
yes,
market, they
yes.
accumulated crypto and
Yes.
NFTs. Actually, I don't know how long have NFTs been around. Were they around the last bull market?
Well, NFTs have been around from even before 2017. There were
Oh, okay. I
some,
didn't know that.
yeah. So, but the thing is that those were very niche, and there weren't like open seas around. It was more about NFTs that people traded, even with Bitcoin. I wasn't aware of that. That there were
Okay.
NFTs with
I'm
Bitcoin.
gonna look into that now.
Yeah, look into rare pepes and all that is very interesting,
Okay.
and I think it's pretty cool to
Rare pepper.
learn history because 100% doesn't repeat, but there are many things that are cycles. So it's good to have all this knowledge of early NFTs and see what there were those were about, because it's all about community, about people enjoying their NFTs. So they don't really plan on selling. They are more about they build their collection like they are buying a painting. You won't find someone buying a painting and thinking about selling the very next day. They buy and they will take their time, and in the future they will sell or not,
Or
but
not? Yep.
yeah, but I think people should really take opportunity of the bear market to give them perspective, and don't stress out about that, because you know for less than a print, that there are millions of prints for less price than that, you can own a great NFT that there only one and it's yours. You see the difference? It's like, you see.
Night and day. Yep.
Yeah.
And so you also, I want to let you know,
Yeah.
also pioneering the way for ICP and a lot of stuff. You're also an inspiration to up and coming NFT collectors. As you read right here, I wanted to get into art as a business, but I'm self conscious about my stuff, so I start and quit halfway through. And I'm sure a lot of people run into this problem. Is there any way to kind of create a NFT project as anonymous? I know that might not be good, but for people that are self conscious and maybe don't want to, put themselves out there like that and have people judge them, is there any way to just make a collection anonymously?
Yeah, of course. I mean, internet. Well, the concept of anonymity is very interesting because I'm one of the believers that there is no real anonymity. There are like are different like spaces and all that, but there. So I will suggest that people shouldn't be all that hard with themselves while creating, and they should really enjoy what they are doing. I mean, if you are into, for example, drawing horses or
Okay.
whatever, or even circles, or things that really you are passionate about, you shouldn't be afraid of sharing. I mean, if people don't buy, what's the problem? You are doing
What you
what you
enjoy.
want.
Yeah, I
Yeah, and
agree,
what
man.
you are. So the problem for me, I think, is that many people are just looking into the business part. It's more and it shows because they lack the consistency, because whenever things doesn't go their way, they throw the towel. So my
Mm.
suggestion, I will say, is that people be themselves, and just if you are, of course, you can be anonymous, but I really think that when people buy an NFT, they want to know who is behind that.
Yeah,
Who
because I
you
like to
know?
support creators as well. So this
Yeah,
that leads me to the other part I wanted to talk about. Sometimes it's very rare, but if I like a collection and then I get to know that artist,
yeah,
sometimes I will follow that artist alone. I like no matter what they do, I'm buying their stuff because I resonate with not only one of their collections, but them as an artist themselves. So
exactly.
you could do anonymous, like if you're scared to do it, maybe
Of
just do
course,
a
yeah,
practice collection and then
yeah,
get over the nerves and then make a real collection. But
yeah,
we want to know who you are, because if we like you, we might buy
yeah,
your NFTs because we believe in you. We might
of
not even
course,
like the NFT or whatever. I'm saying most of the time you buy an NFT, you like it. But
yeah,
sometimes you buy it just because you either want to help the project, you
of
believe in
course,
the person, or you
yeah,
just want to see a person succeed. So you'll back them no matter what. And
yeah,
so
of course,
that is what I think is going to bring a lot of value, is those
yeah.
people that don't give up and the people that will support, artists no matter
Exactly.
what.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is being able to don't give up. I mean, things don't go good all the time. We all have our problems, but the people who really are successful are people who are able to get all those problems away and keep doing their thing.
Overcoming, babe. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they do. So everybody's saying how much they love your art.
That's awesome.
Let's see, more question. He said you used your art to train an AI. You were
Yeah,
talking about something about that.
yeah, that's but not for the whole collection. I mean, like I said, artificial intelligence is a tool that can even extend your practice as an artist. So in my collection, I use artificial intelligence model that I trained it with all my real in life paintings
Okay.
uh, for years, because I wanted to surprise myself. That's one of the reasons that I don't like to see all my pieces before putting them on mint or I dropping them, because I like to surprise myself too. So of
Okay.
course I love the idea of artificial intelligence, but I like
You're a real
more.
artist, man.
Yeah, I like the idea of people using it as a tool, not as an end. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that is ridiculous. I get what you're saying, and I actually had the same thing when I joined the YouTube space. I thought
Yeah,
I was just going to be in with all the big influencers, and I
yeah,
didn't realize you got to put that work in, no matter what you do, guys. Whether you're an
yeah,
NFT collector, a crypto trader, a YouTuber, you got to put the work in. And no
yes,
matter what you do, if you put yourself into what you do, people
yeah,
will see it and resonate with it. That's what I've noticed from being out here in the spotlight all the time and talking to
yeah,
these amazing creators. I mean, these guys are way smarter than I am. They are building collections, they're building blockchains. I am just here to support them and to let you guys know about them. So I want to thank you for showing up here, man. This was an awesome episode. We are definitely going to have you on for the future. And maybe do more collaborations with Victor and
of
Six
course.
Figs, because I just think people need to see you more. I think you
Yeah,
have a great vision, and I think you are the model that we want out there for our NFT artists. And that is definitely important for the success of not only internet computer NFTs, but NFTs on the internet computer. So let's just wrap this up. I want you to maybe just say an outro and just kind of maybe let everybody know where they can find you, where they
okay,
can get your NFT collections. I will leave links to your Twitter and your NFT collections in the description so that they can
great.
find you easily. But just kind of do an
Okay.
outro and
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
go.
So first off, I want to say thank you, Renegade, because I had
You're
a
welcome.
great time,
Me too.
and really, I could be like 10 hours talking with you. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like the other day, it was so cool, and I
it
think
was.
I'm grateful for being here with all your viewers, and of course, people just are welcome to send me a DM or even come into our Discord and talk with me because everyone knows I'm really interacting with everyone when I'm not working. And of course, my Twitter is Egido Val. I would like also people to check my Instagram, which is Egidoval, is the my surname, so people will be able to see all the work I put into through all these years and see what I'm about. And yes, it's been a great time.
Cool. So one last question: are Wojak and Wagmi interconnected? That was a question from the viewers.
Well, of course, they are interconnected because everyone, when we are in this mindset of Wagmi, we are in the pink mode and the green mode. When things go good, go well, we are all green Wojaks, and when things are bad, we become these pink Wojaks. And I think it's a great way to represent the duality and this the experience of life. It isn't just about success but also failures and embracing and don't being afraid of that.
Man, I love that. So thank you for everything. I just want to let everybody know to go over to Twitter, follow Egido Val. We're gonna have a contest where basically you just follow both of us, and
Yeah,
we're gonna
awesome.
give that awesome NFT away. So
Yeah,
thank you guys so much. And
amazing.
that being said, you know what time it is.
Yeah.
Goodbye and good
Ah!
Bitcoin. Bang!
Bye.